who I used to be anymore. Some stay the same, just never ever change up. Some stay the same, just never ever change up. Some stay the same, just never ever change up. Never switch the game up, never switch the play up. Stuck in that first quarter, never known order, unless it was a court order. Now you point the finger at your father, cause he never bothered, he never took time to know you. You know, he never bothered, he never took time to know you. You never, he never bothered, he never took time to know you. You never known him, maybe you known him, maybe he was there the whole time in your corner. Damn. Relationships now these days sound like a random replay, but who gives a damn now these days? Will they acknowledge their own iniquity to turn away their captivity? They don't know their captivity. I'ma return to my place until they acknowledge all of their offenses. Now meditate on that a minute. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. Your quest for revealing. Try out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. Your quest for revealing. Try out the wilderness. Moses with us. We listen, we listen. Depending on the nation that cannot. Depending on the nation that cannot save us. Depending on the nation that cannot save us. Trusting in the shadows those who hate us. Yeah, you are a nation inside a nation. Keep it 100. No shit is cold. Straight out the border. You need to know. I'm all about order, so don't get it twisted. You out here, I'm all about order, so don't get it twisted. You out here, lose it. Homie, you act like winning. We are the children. Look at our condition. Them questions revealing. Try out the wilderness. Moses with us. We should've listened. We should've listened. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. Them questions revealing. Try out the wilderness. Moses with us. We should've listened, we should've listened. We are the children of the captivity, see our condition. We are the children of the captivity, see our condition. We are the children of the captivity, see condition. Look how we living. Look at our men and our women and children. We gotta quit sinning. Get in the spirit to get out your feeling. We on a mission. See the great army, the kingdom's division. Brothers and sisters, let's go. This what we've been waiting for. Drop everything and let's go. Boom, boom, break it down like your bone. Don't you know you are like gold? This ain't the land of our rest. Don't you wanna go home? Sing a new song from slave ships to spaceships. From building nations to our home. Look, I'm grown. Put that childishness where it belongs. Let's stay with the children at home. Room and take kingdoms and thrones. They couple women and stones. Family gold. Ball again, let's get it on. The kingdom's within you. We got it all to build our own. Or make them build it up for us. CIP family hustle. We all should be on. Go. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. Them questions revealing. Straight out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened. We are the children.
Welcome to Four Corners News. That's right where the truth speaks. I am Captain Zakar to the left.
Officer Daniel.
And to his left.
Officer Azaniah.
And to his left.
Officer Pagiel.
And we make up
Four Corners News.
There we go. Thanks for tuning in to Four Corners News, where we bring you news from all over the earth. Let you know that the Bible is a true book. All right. So let's get into it, man. We're going to see why people's eyes are wide shut, man. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Man. Eyes wide shut. Pull it up, man. Let's get straight into it. Pull it up, man. What this sister said. It was heavy. Go ahead.
When you think of war, you think about loss of life. When you think about war, you think about loss of comfortability. And black people are comfortable in America. It's easy for you to go to your light switch and turn your light on and the lights come on. It's easy for you to sit down on your toilet, relieve yourself, and flush the toilet, and the water comes and takes your waste away. It's easy for us to be able to have those amenities that our enemy supplies to us. So we're very comfortable. War is going to take removing that comfortability and learning how to exist without needing our enemy. And that's not going to be very easy. So I think that the loss of comfortability, the loss of life, because everybody's not going to be able to be a soldier. We're going to need scribes. We're going to need people that tend to our men. We're going to need people that tend to our children. So we're going to need a lot of things that incorporate it. When people think about war, they only think about soldiers, but it takes a lot more.
Man, that was very heavy.
That's a cold
Talking about
precept.
us being comfortable. It's so heavy. I want to play it one more again so it can what Bishop Yawasop say?
That butter get it on.
Butter
can
can
marinate.
melt on that biscuit of a brain of ours.
Crevices.
Man.
Marinate.
Marinate. Play that video
that
one more again. Make
again.
sure you pay attention to what she's saying and listen to it with your spiritual ears. Go ahead, play it one more again.
When you think of war, you think about loss of life. When you think about war, you think about loss of comfortability. And black people are comfortable in America.
That's heavy.
It's easy for you to go to your light switch and turn your light on and the lights come on. It's easy for you to sit down on your toilet, relieve yourself, and flush the toilet, and the water comes and takes your waste away. It's easy for us to be able to have those amenities that our enemy supplies to us. So we're very comfortable. War is going to take removing that comfortability and learning how to exist without needing our enemy. And that's not going to be very easy. So I think that the loss of comfortability, the loss of life, because everybody's not going to be able to be a soldier. We're going to need scribes. We're going to need people that tend to our men. We're going to need people that tend to our children. So we're going to need a lot of things that incorporate it. When people think about war, they only think about soldiers, but it takes a lot more.
That's heavy, man. That is a heavy point.
That's
Give
a
me that
cold
Revelation chapter
precept.
12 to show one of the reasons why our people's eyes are wide shut and we are, like she said, we are comfortable in our captivity. Read that in Revelation chapter 12, and I want you to read verse 6.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
And the woman fled into the wilderness.
That woman is Israel, okay? And that wilderness would be what we know deeper into Africa, towards the west of Africa. Go ahead.
Where she hath a place prepared of God.
That place is known of Babylon. It was prepared for us, right? Because the prophecy said we would go into bondage into Egypt again on ships. So this place was prepared to receive us along with our brothers of the Native Americans and Hispanics who were already over here. This place was prepared for us.
That's right.
Keep reading. Here's where the comfortable part of us being in our captivity come from. Read.
That they should feed her there 1,260 days.
That's where we are comfortable at. That in the place that is prepared for us by God, which is our land of our captivity, we have been fed here for over 350 years. We've been fed, and the part of it is that our eyes are wide shut. We've been fed by our enemies.
Yep.
Give me that in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48. We have gotten comfortable being fed by our enemies with education, houses,
Food stamps.
entertainment, jobs, cars. We've been fed all of these things that have made us comfortable, and we have forgot where the stuff actually come from. Read it in Deuteronomy 28:48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
There we go. So we are serving our enemies in the place that God had prepared for us to serve bondage in. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
We being fed with the food we eat, that Joe's Crab Shack that black folk love to eat. Them damn what do you call them? Them wing shops, wing stops, the Pizza Huts, Name some other where black folk like to go.
Red Lobster.
Golden Corrals.
Churches.
Churches.
Popeyes.
Popeyes. They
Dutch
fight,
pot.
kill people for.
Dutch pot.
Now that's down here.
More fire.
Nobody know about Dutch pot, but that's down here. But we've been fed by our enemies in those places. Keep reading.
And in thirst.
In thirst, the liquor that we love to drink as a people. The fruit smoothies, the Kool-Aid, the Dasani water,
The Hennessy.
the Henny. Keep reading.
And in nakedness.
And the clothes that are on our backs. All of those things are coming from who? Read the top part of that again.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Uh-huh. Well, no, read the top part.
Therefore shalt thou serve
That's
thine
not the
enemies.
That's not the top part of that verse, is it? Come on, Lingo. Read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Our enemies are feeding us and have made us comfortable here in captivity, and we forgot that we are at war. We have forgotten that as a people in our comfortability, and the thing that was most heavy about that is actually coming from a sister. There's nobody more comfortable in captivity than the black woman.
That's right.
Right.
Nobody's more comfortable than her.
Right.
She go ahead.
I was saying she's the most nourished out of all of us.
Yeah, good point. She's
Because
the most
they,
nourished. Yeah.
at every single inkling of
Mhm.
her lifespan, the so-called white man makes sure everybody kneel to her.
Yeah,
Right.
this place known as
The hell is
Babylon, Egypt, it worships the woman
Mhm.
Right.
like ancient Egypt used
Right.
to.
Mm-hmm.
They're comfortable. You get your hair sewn in. You heard what I said, right?
Yeah.
You get your hair sewn in and glued in every week. You got your little
Terrible.
raptor nails. Oh,
Mhm.
them shits, them things is just disgusting. The ones that
What in the
look
hell?
like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah,
They be
yeah,
doing
yeah.
this with their
It's
damn
Bueno
fingers all the time.
It's
Talking with them like that. Like they're scissors.
I don't know how they do daily tasks.
I don't know how they wipe. That's a question.
I didn't want to say. I was thinking that.
Hey, bro, we
but I
gotta be
use
real.
daily-
This is where the truth speaks. We gotta be real.
I don't want to know.
And
Get
Cap,
that. Yeah, go ahead.
not only that, they give them the power that they wanted in Genesis to be over the man. So
Right.
that's why they have gone comfortable in America.
Good point. Get that in Isaiah 32, verse 9.
Yes, sir.
Because she mentioned that. She said that we are comfortable, and nobody's more comfortable than a black woman. I hate to say it, sister. Y'all know this. And black women do not feel any pressure or society ills when they are in the world. They are living their best life. The only time that they get some structure, get told no in their life, is when they meet a man that has repented and came into the truth of God and is an Israelite.
Right.
You're not going to dress, because in the world, men that are, they let their women dress however. You come in the truth, no, you're not wearing that. No,
That's right.
No, cover up. You're not putting on those no more. No, put a head wrap on. You're not doing. No. You're not sitting around on Saturday and just laying here being late. Yeah, I
Hey.
know you worked all week. Yep, get your head. Let's go. We're going to keep the Sabbath.
Cap, you know how you know
right.
that's true? Because you don't see no more sisters taking trips to Dubai.
Nah.
No, they staying right
When
over
they
here
get
in
told
America.
no, that's everywhere else. They are catered to in this world. Read that Isaiah 32 and 9.
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
At ease. Everything's fine and then it's going good for them. You got the simps tricking on you. You get your hair done all the time. You get to freely dance how you want to. And this is the thing too, how we know our eyes are wide shut as a people, man. That we, especially black women, I'm talking about for us, we have equated liberty, freedom,
Right.
with whoredom.
Damn.
Yeah. Slut
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, all of that. When women wanted to be more free and out from under the man and make their own money, you turned into whores. Your image became worse. You dress worse. You're flamboyant out here and your stuff. You got loud, but when the man was the provider of the house and in the house and ruling his house, you was quieter. You dressed more modest. You stayed in the house more.
Right.
You wasn't out here fighting in the streets. But when you got more freedom from the enemy, you became more at ease. And read on.
Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
That's what that sister said. It said, we comfortable. That carelessness means you comfortable. Because that's the only time that you can be careless is when you're comfortable.
The hell is
when
this?
you're not comfortable, you can't be careless. Your head got to stay on a swivel.
Right.
Because
Yep.
you can get caught slipping at any moment. Because that's what she said. We at war. And you comfortable at war, that don't add up. When you're at war, you are uncomfortable at all times.
Right. And if you're at war and you're comfortable, that means you don't know you're at war, and that means you don't know who the enemy is.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what that means.
The reason why they
Precept.
so comfortable because they see this white man as they daddy.
They protect them.
Because the white man sits there and he gives them rights. He gives them liberty so that way she could be a whore. She could do whatever she wants. But basically, whenever she sits there and goes against the man, she wants to be free from gods because God calls us gods.
Yeah.
Right.
And the man are at ease too and at liberty too. But the difference is that man trying to be at ease and careless, they ass get put in jail. You going to prison. Your ass going to jail now. It's consequences and repercussions for men that are careless with sleeping around with these women. Well, guess what? They go right down there to the child support court and they put your ass on child support.
Right.
Man, it was a video that I just saw. It was going viral of how a guy got with a woman. She got other kids, had kids by her. They separated because they didn't get married, and he turned around and took him to court for more child support for the other kids.
That's not even his.
That wasn't even his.
Wow.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Man, you be careless, you get judged quick.
Cap, you can't imagine. Ooh, came in live and direct. You can't even imagine the type of videos that once you start actually going into like the feminists and stuff like that pops up. I've seen women turn arguments around when they got caught breaking the laws of marriage. When they got caught in the midst of adultery, I have witnessed them turn the battle around.
Yeah.
Say, oh, well, why are you going through my phone? Why are you worried about things you shouldn't be worried about? Why are you all in my business? Sister, you crazy.
Yep.
You have lost your mind.
Exactly right. Exactly right. We at war. We gotta open up our eyes and realize that we are at war as a nation, and especially the war against man is they are trying to turn you into women.
Damn.
Good point.
They are trying to turn you from being masculine into feminine, and and it's either you're gonna be feminine or either you're gonna be a gangster. There's no in between.
Boy, ain't no way,
boy. You don't see no images of good, fatherly black man on TV. If you see one, it's like, oh, that's a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah.
And Cap, if you do see one, they destroy it.
Yeah.
Or attempt to destroy it.
There's a show on Netflix called My Dad the Bounty Hunter. I don't know if you already seen it.
Wait a minute.
It's a whole black show.
I ain't got Netflix.
Black characters, black anime, right? Season 1 was all about the father. The next season, they took him out and just made it about sisters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Exactly right.
I tell you, man.
Go to that other video. Well, no, I want to give me that in Micah. Micah chapter 2 and verse 10 about that us being at war and being at ease. Look what God says. Go ahead, read that.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
When you at war, you're not supposed to be resting on the enemy's side. Read that. You don't rest when you're in enemy's territory. That's what it is. When you're in enemy's territory, you're behind enemy lines. That's what it is. When you're behind enemy lines, you're not supposed to be at rest at all.
That's right.
Right.
And we all know that we are behind enemy lines. We've got many examples of God always reminding us that nigga, this ain't your resting place.
That's the amazing part. We get the reminders as a people, and then we get a little flame going, a little spark. You'll see it in the people, but then eventually they die out, and then they go right back to sleep.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Exactly right.
It's crazy.
We're gonna show you what they do to put them back to sleep. But read that again.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Uh-huh.
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you.
Now look, check that out, man. It said it shall destroy you. This place is polluted. Us being here behind enemy lines for the last 400-500 years, we have not gotten better as a people, as a race. Our women have the reputation of the black woman is at an all-time low. Black man, you are not even taken serious as a man with testosterone. You're not even taken serious, and then they look at your kids and mock your kids, and already prepare a bed for them in the prison.
Yep.
This place has destroyed us for the freedom that this white man has given us as a people. That's why we know that we are the children of God.
That's right.
Because without the law of God in our souls being kept in our lives, we become worse and worse and worse as a people. When the other nations don't keep God's laws, what do? They prosper. They get better and better and better. It's the complete opposite for us as a people. It destroys us both physically and spiritually when we rest. Keep reading.
Even with a sore destruction.
A sore destruction. And it's sore destruction meaning that it is so bad. It looks like it's beyond repairable. There's nothing that can be done in society to change the black woman, the black man, the black child. There's nothing in society that can help us at all. Go ahead, officer.
You know what you just said, Cap? You just said, can these bones live?
Damn,
That's what you just said. That's
it.
exactly what Jeremiah said.
Exactly right, man. Let me see. Jump over to 4 and 10. Because look what God tells you when we at war behind enemy lines. Look what he tell you to do. You ain't supposed to rest. Look what God tell us to do.
Micah chapter 4 and verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth.
You got to be in pain and labor to bring forth. Ain't that what that sister just said?
Yep.
He said it's got to be some sacrifice so people go get killed.
Right.
Go back to the video. Play it again, man, so people don't lose the thought that we at war while our eyes are wide shut. Go ahead.
When you think of war, you think about loss of life. When you think about war, you think about loss of comfortability. And black people are comfortable in America. It's easy for you to go to your light switch and turn your light on and the lights come on. It's easy for you to sit down on your toilet, relieve yourself and flush the toilet and the water comes and takes your waste away. It's easy for us to be able to have those amenities that our enemy supplies to us. So we're very comfortable. War is going to take removing that comfortability and learning how to exist without needing our enemy.
Stop. Read 4 and 10 again.
Be in pain and labor to bring forth.
That's it. Labor to bring forth the kingdom. Be comfortable without your enemy going to the damn kingdom of heaven with you. Stop trying to bring them along with you and bring them into our truth, our Bible. No, being pain, cut them off, leave them alone. No, we work with you, and that's it. You know, every other nation does that.
Yep.
Arab people eating up more than anybody. East Indians who are into the tech career field a whole lot. They work with white folk.
But
you don't find them in the house with them. Hell no, they got a whole house of cousins and aunties of Elam, of East Indians in the house with them. Read that again.
But you know how they sold black people so that way we could be comfortable? They say that you could make change in America. You could integrate with America. And they give you small doses or benefits that you think it's getting better and it will stick around, but not knowing it's making us comfortable.
And
Sound like a job.
The crazy part is, we're the only race of people, nation of people that they refuse to let us work together by ourselves. Every time we try to do something together by ourselves, they either call us racist, hate group, all kind of names, separatists. But when you got other people doing the same thing, having Chinatown, Jewish communities, all those things, it's fine.
Unity.
Yeah, it's unity.
They
it's
call
okay.
it unity. Love their people.
They seen what happened when blacks joined together, Black Wall Street, so on and so forth. And
Rosewood.
they bombed it, Rosewood,
Yeah.
all these different places, they bombed it.
Yeah, and our people think a lot of times because they cling to America that they think that we're in a progressive state, like we progressing as a race. We're like, oh, look at the the tech age that we're going into and all these accomplishments, but that's not accomplishments for our people. You understand? Like how Cap was bringing out in Micah, where it says that rest is pollution and it leads to destruction.
Yeah.
That's what the sister was going into. The comfortability, we have put ourselves in a position where we are wholeheartedly relying on other races of people for everything.
Even in now, the scriptures say we'll have to rely on them for food, water, and clothing.
Right.
That's the curse from God.
Right.
But you ain't got to rely on them spiritually, which we do. Black folk go to church on Sunday. You are learning white man theology with a black face on it. You ain't got to rely on them with that. Give me that in Romans 12:1, where she said some uncomfortable. Read that Romans 12:1 real quick.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
There you go. That's where the comfortability comes in at. That you present your body as a living sacrifice. That means that you gotta dead in the lust of the flesh, the things that we hold up in high esteem. Give me that Luke 6:16 verse 15. The things that we hold up in high esteem here in this captivity that makes us desirable to the world, but rejected by God. We have to sacrifice those things. Read that for him.
Luke chapter 16 and verse 15. And he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but God knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men.
Highly esteemed among men, the reputation, the things that make you desirable to them, read,
is abomination in the sight of God.
There you go. The things that we hold up as high esteem here in Babylon the Great that make you desirable to the world, where everybody flocks at you and wants you here and wants you there. Oh, come perform here and come do this here. God says that stuff is an abomination. You're rejected by God. The more the world accepts you, the more God rejects you.
Yep.
Damn, that's a t-shirt, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
And the world accepts you for their purpose, meaning they flying you here, they flying you there, but not knowing you are a court jester. You are there as a form of entertainment. The minute you get out of line, LeBron James, Deshaun Jackson, T.I., Ice Cube,
Nick Cannon.
Right.
You are publicly being shamed and forced to apologize for something that you believe in, where you have the freedom of what? Speech.
Yeah. I got one, Cap. Ecclesiastes 7. That's going into the pollution that destroys us. Also, those things that we accept in our society, where it holds us as a people. Give me that. Ecclesiastes 7, read verse 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
That's acknowledging that this is not your rest.
Yep, there you go.
It takes wisdom in order to understand, even though you see the lavish lives that we live.
You can't just say wisdom. The wisdom of God.
The wisdom of God. There you
go.
go. All praise.
Go ahead.
It takes the wisdom of God to acknowledge, even though you see all this lavish lifestyle, 6 figures, big houses,
all this
big cars,
opportunity
all this
that
opportunity
they say we have.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
You see that? You acknowledge the oppression and don't allow that gift to destroy you, or that pollution that Cap pulled in Micah.
Yep, good point.
And
right
Cap,
there.
I want to touch on something that you said when you brought out Romans 12, where it says, present your body as a living sacrifice, right? The same way with that scripture, the gift destroy the heart. A lot of times when we want to sacrifice ourselves to do stuff, we want to live lavishly now. No, when you present yourself as a living sacrifice, you sacrifice yourself. You might not enjoy those things, but your children after you get a chance to continue to work and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yep, that's what the scripture says. A good man leaveth inheritance for his kids. Basically, you got to be able to see beyond yourself. That's the problem with some of our people. We are selfish to where we want in the now.
Hey, and them's good points that y'all talking about. We wanted it now, but the thing that we are not leaving for our kids is a roadmap to God. We leave them money.
Good point.
We leave them
Houses.
good credit, houses, cars. We pass down that stuff, but we do not leave them a roadmap back to God. We do not. And that's what we gotta wake up to. Sacrifice now, the stuff we do now, in order to teach them about God, so they can continue to bring this kingdom down. Play that next video about another aspect of being at war, and our eyes wide shut to what's going on.
How do I say this? The entire Bible is about black people.
You damn right, Esau.
Not only was Jesus black, but every character in the Bible seems to be black too.
Except Esau.
Yeah, Zephaniah and Jeremiah and Jebediah. Those all aren't white people names, okay?
Pause it. Damn, he made a good point right there. Them ain't white folk names.
You right.
That's
about
not
Europe.
What did it say? Aristobulus, all the names and whatever
that
Greek
again.
names were. Yeah, that's not Caesar Augustus.
Right. Yeah,
that's not
different.
Nero. Them's different. That's Jeremiah, Isaiah, Micah.
That's right.
Zechariah. Them black folk names
Got some flavor to it.
Yeah, can you imagine seeing white Amalek go around? My name is Zechariah.
So
Jeremiah.
So that's why
fit you, buddy.
That's why they.
You don't look like a Jeremiah to me. you look more like a damn Vladimir Putin. Go ahead, officer.
So that's why they have one wholeheartedly tried to take upon our identities and then get you accustomed to calling them those names.
Good point.
So they can more blend in.
And I realized that when he's speaking about name, I realized that when I came into the truth, and I noticed that white folk. Name one of the top white man's names? Do y'all know it?
Daniel.
Nope.
John.
Matthew.
John.
Oh yeah, it is.
White man are named John.
Roman.
What's the top white woman name?
Mary.
Mary.
Who?
Mary.
Sarah.
Elizabeth.
Rebecca.
Yeah, we know.
They have taken the names of us, trying to make us believe that they the people of the book, while we out here naming ourselves Sukihana.
Wait, boy.
Dang. Shinquella and
Aquafita.
Tariq.
Mercedes.
Taekwon.
Marcus.
John Moran.
Marcus. And look how this is how
Tyrone.
we jacked up as a people, y'all. Tell me if y'all ever heard of this name. Samaj.
What inspired you to get that name?
Now check this out. I won't, Officer Paggio, you do it. Samaj. Spell it backwards.
Image.
Samaj.
Cap, you making this
Spell the letters. I didn't say it. Say the letters. Samaj.
E-M-A.
Backwards. You gotta say it backwards. Samaj.
Samaj. It's E-G.
Flip those. It's J.
Samaj. J.
Hey, come on, y'all. Y'all type it out for us.
Look at the chat,
Type it out for us. Y'all help us out.
Everybody know.
That's James.
That's James.
Wow.
Look.
We got it.
What kind of nigga is that? That's black folk.
Wow.
We took James and spelled it backwards
I never
and made
seen
it
that name.
Samaj.
Wow.
Is this like a Judah thing?
That gotta be a
I'm gonna leave it
That's
alone.
right.
That's Judah.
I'm
That's
gonna leave it
Judas.
alone.
That's Judah.
I never heard of that, Cap.
This is the first time I'm hearing about
Judah
that.
nigga stuff.
That's
you, Ruben.
right.
But that's what happened. We did stuff like that. We nigga names, and they took righteous names and try to make us believe it. Go back to it, but it ain't white folk names. Go back to it.
And Jesus wasn't some tan, partially melanated Middle Eastern person either. I'm talking straight up black dude.
Right.
Okay. Even in the book of Revelation, when you get the vision of Daniel, he's describing someone with feet like burnt brass and white woolly hair, and we've got the deep running water voice.
Pause. That's one thing they never want to acknowledge either. That it said that Christ's voice was like the sound of many waters, meaning it was deep.
Yeah, that's deep.
He
He
understood
noticed that.
white folk don't talk like
deep.
that.
Nope.
We don't sound like that.
We saw Charleston Hessner.
Yeah, he's
try
like,
to
man,
pretend
that's how
like he
black
was
folk
Moses.
talk right there.
Right.
Go back to it.
the red eyes, and you guys, he's black. The Jewish people are black people, like Kanye was right. And those
Kanye
people
right.
yelling at the park dressed in purple about black people being the real Hebrew Israelites, they're right.
Pause it!
Whoa,
Hey!
whoa, whoa.
Hey, I didn't know that. He been seeing he listened, he heard that made perfect sense. That made perfect sense. They are the real Israelites. We appreciate you, Esau.
That's right.
Chains for your ass.
That's right.
Still chains for your ass. You ain't getting out of that, buddy. We don't give a damn how much you agree with us. Chains for his ass.
But you know what's crazy
We'll
about
make
that,
him
Cap?
light for him, though.
That's an agreement.
Nah.
He get a toothbrush.
7 times more, Cap. 10 times more. There's no light.
No light chains.
He get a toothbrush.
What I don't like, it's good that he say that, people like it, but the thing I don't like is that people, like our people are gonna be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all speaking the truth now. Y'all speaking the truth. That's the part I don't like about our people.
Jesus had to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Now
have to
check
hear
this
from
out.
somebody else.
Now this is the thing about it. Remember, we've got a topic that our eyes are wide shut, and then, like his sister said, we at war. If Esau is starting to come to that understanding on his own, that we the Israelites, after listening to us and reading, it's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. What do you think they're gonna do when they understand that? If they folks starting to understand that, that means that, damn it, we coming right behind that. Get that in Revelation chapter 12, verse 16. If white folk is starting to pick up on that we the real Israelites, even some of them might not want to say it out loud, but in their spirit, they're like, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
makes perfect sense.
That's the reason why they can't leave us alone, because they know it's true.
Yep,
That's
exactly
the thing.
right. Damn, good point. Revelation 12:16. If Esau's coming to that understanding on his own, what you think they're gonna do? Revelation 12, read 16, 17.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 16. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
That flood, that was all the lies that the white man has told us to keep our eyes wide shut during slavery.
The hell is this?
When he was telling us, slaves, obey your master, love your enemies, and that's all the Bible talks about, and now niggas sing some songs. That's what he was telling us during those times. But God said that the earth opened her mouth. That means that we came up and we started speaking truth to those that were asleep. Right. Now read verse 17 when we speak the truth. Verse 17.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman.
They got angry. Go ahead.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
There you go. This ain't no coincidence that we at war, spiritual war now. And now this, in the last few years, it's been a major campaign to destroy the black man. Right. We out here sleep, but they seen that the Israelites seen Bishop Nathaniel, Bishop Kadai, Bishop Yawasop in there.
That's right.
The purple is a problem.
Right.
This stuff is going to spread because we spoke to Haman.
Right.
And Haman said that in 5 years, this stuff is going to be bigger than the Nation of Islam ever was. In the last 5-6 years, have you not seen an uptick in the destruction of black men being effeminate?
Yep.
And that came from multiple angles because everything came in one. Feminism, the destruction of the black man, the feminization of the black man.
The gender stuff with the
gender,
kids.
with the children. Right.
All of that stuff came out. This is in the last 5-10 years, y'all. We got to open our eyes. Last 5-10 years, it's been a major onslaught of the flood of the dragon because he's angry with us that do what? Keep reading.
Which keep the commandments of God.
He sees that the purple is a problem.
That's right.
And he's got to do something. He's trying to get out ahead of the overflowing of the truth of God spreading across us blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians. He's trying to get out ahead of it, putting that stuff out there in the world so that when it hits like a flood, we won't bring everybody with us. But the thing is, Esau don't know we don't need everybody.
Nope.
We only need 1/3 of them.
That's right.
The 2/3, they gone. It's already
That's
written.
right.
The 1/3 is what we are aiming for and teaching on those streets for in the purple, like he said. But if Esau knows if the white man understands that about us as a people,
Mm-hmm.
he is angry because he knows that our people are the light is going to turn on for us too. The white man do studying. The white man study.
Mm-hmm.
Black folk don't study, so we're a little slow behind the shit. The light will turn on a little bit later. White man read that, be like slave ships, surf,
Right.
food,
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you
slain
something.
in the streets,
Let me tell you something.
hair like wool,
Oh, man.
burnt like brass. Goddamn, that's a black man right there.
Cap.
He don't
Black
say.
people.
He don't say this was a similitude. This was his glory
Nah.
on
Right,
heaven.
nah.
He don't say
They
none
don't
of that.
say
He don't say
That's
this was the
black folk. Good
Hebrew.
point.
He didn't say, "Oh, we got to go into the Hebrew text."
Nah,
and
white man don't
he
say
understood
that.
plainly.
Cap.
He said them black folk right
This
there.
is the reason why
Go
he's
ahead.
moving it up. Verse 12.
Verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea,
Read.
for the devil is come down unto you,
Read.
having great wrath.
So this is the reason why he has great wrath. This is the reason why we see the feminization of the so-called black men and the masculinization of
the
women.
woman, yeah.
Read.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
How would somebody know that they have a short time? That's because they in our book better
Yeah.
than we are.
There you go.
They understand the Bible prophecy. They know what's coming for them. So therefore, they're going to try to do everything in their power to sit there to
Right.
try to stop the prophecies of Christ.
And it's not because they got wisdom. It's because Satan working with
There
them.
you go. That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. First Maccabees 2:17. Check this out. Because what is going to happen with us waking up more and more, and we see it with the destruction, the outright and open destruction of the black woman and the black man as well. This is what has happened for that to take place when they seen the truth coming like a flood and being swallowed, and we swallowing it up. Read that 2:17.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, Thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren.
Now, they don't say that you're a ruler and you're an honorable man because they don't think that we're honorable. They say, hey, man, you got talent. You can go all the way to the top with that voice you got. You got skills that you can play at the next level. That's what they say to our people in the hood. Read.
Now therefore come thou first, and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. Yea, and the men of Judah also.
So everybody else is doing it too. You got this talent. Don't waste it. Don't turn to God. Use what God gave you. He gave it to you for a reason. These are things that they do. Read.
And such as remain at Jerusalem, so shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends. And thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards.
And what?
Many rewards.
That's what you pulled earlier.
Hey,
To
Cap.
destroy the person, the man, to make him go further into thinking that being gender fluid
Right.
and whatever the hell. I can't even think of some of the names that they got.
A, B, C, D,
A,
E,
B,
F,
C,
G.
D, E, F, G's, and all the way to the Z's.
You
Right.
forgot a
They-
few letters.
Who?
SCD.
STD.
Damn.
That's it there. They give them many rewards to live that lifestyle, or on the other spectrum of it, they give them a reward to destroy the manly of your people. The manly of your people, I want you to destroy them through this image of being a gangster and spew hatred into their ears. And if they the soft, simp ass ones that's very soft, well then we'll get them ourselves on this end, because we'll make them think it's okay, if it's better to get your booty tickled.
And that's the reason why when you look at social media and you look at Facebook, when you look at social media, all of that stuff, the algorithm is pushing those zesty, or they calling them
Damn.
sassy now.
Hey, so
the
Cap-
sassy type of dudes. So like you got Drake, NBA YoungBoy painting their nails.
Don't he paint his nails?
Yeah, he paint his nails now.
Yeah.
But hey, Cap. So does this mean this is the reason why Judah is so keen to go into Greek?
All right, let's go. That's
Cap, that's what you just read, Cap. You read.
That's a cold precept. Oh, praise the Lord is dealing with you. Okay. So yeah. Now check this out. This is why they give many rewards and things of that nature, and we see that happening with Deion Sanders and things. going on in the sports world, right? He's all over the news everywhere. 60 Minutes. He's doing 60-minute interviews and things of that nature. I want you to play the video of him.
When you see a confident black man sitting up here talking his talk, walking his walk, coaching 75% African Americans in the locker room, that's kind of threatening. Oh, they don't like that. But guess what? We're going to consistently do what we do because I'm here and they ain't going nowhere. And I'm about to get comfortable in a minute.
Now, I'll tell you this right now.
Dion, no,
that right there, they don't like that.
Nope. Nah.
They do not like
the
cockiness out of the slaves that they created, right? And this is where our eyes are wide shut to the things that's going on. For him to say that that they don't like it, a confident black man and things of that nature,
right?
Obviously, that means that he's in a realm of racism.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by racism. He sees it. He hears it, even at that high of a level. And you know what our people will say? Man, he got a great opportunity. He got a great opportunity to what? To be behind enemy lines. As long as he accepts this racism, he can keep his job.
Hey, Cap, this is the crazy part about it. How are you going to be... it's the wickedness that's within you, but he's literally building up Colorado University from ground up with their athletics program.
Athletics program.
Yeah. And you're gonna sit there, you're gonna treat this man like a slave. That lets you know the caucasity of the so-called white man.
What that lets you know is that you cannot rise above your people.
Nope.
Yep.
You cannot do it. He is taking the world by storm in the athletic arena. Everybody's talking about him. He's interviewed here and everywhere, and he has to be on a podium talking about they don't like a confident black man.
Yep. They want us
but you know what we do? What we'll do? What we read earlier. We call that rest. To have to live, to work in conditions like that amongst your enemies, as long as we got money, we call that rest. We've made it in our eyes. Go to that video, the next video of the white man that called in. What's that dude's name that made what was them Egyptology stuff, documentaries that they used to make?
You talking about Rashad? I don't know.
Tyreek,
yeah.
I forget.
Tyreek Nasheed.
Yeah, what was them things called? Damn, they done went out of
Hidden Colors.
Yeah,
there we go.
I can tell he's still watching.
They done went, look, they done faded the black. Israelites came on the earth, and that stuff done faded from everybody's memory. Right, it was called Hidden Colors. He had like up to 5 of them or something. He got a radio show now, and a white man called in about Dion. Let's see what he said.
But I'm curious, can you name a white coach off the top of your head that you think makes it about himself, sells sunglasses?
Well, can you name a white coach who they doubt like they doubted Dia? They don't do white coaches like that. When a white coach comes in, by default, they're like, well, yep, he's the man for the job. Everything was about doubting Dion. And he was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to come in. I'm going to win. So he was making it about himself as it relates to people doubting him. So, yeah, he's going to speak up for himself. You understand?
Why would he be selling his sunglasses? Like, have you ever seen a coach before who sells a merchandise brand completely separate from anything related to the team, makes his own pair of sunglasses and starts selling it to people?
What's wrong with that? Hell, the college sports, for years, they made a grip off those black players, and those black players didn't get a dime. So, yes, I want Dion to market everything he can and make every dime he can.
I mean, it's not just that. It's just the whole thing. It's all about, it really is. There's no other program.
I swear, y'all hate to see a competent black person who ain't bowing down, who's winning. Why do y'all hate that so much?
Because it makes us insecure that we can't do it the same way he can.
Thank you.
Thank
you. But that's a you problem. At least say, I'm glad you're being honest. But that's a you problem.
I know, but when we see a black man shining, it just like tears us down because that's like all we have left is the coach.
I know that.
My goodness, cut it, man. Give me that in Isaiah, man.
They got no salt.
Now check that out. That is in the carnal world, right?
It reflects back in the spirit.
Yeah, it reflects what's in his spirit, but that's in the carnal world. Just imagine how much more when niggas stand up and say, "We the sons of God."
That's what I was thinking too. Cap.
We the chosen people of God. We above all nations. You spit in the eyes of God.
And they
What
carry
you think
that.
it's gonna make him do?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Woo! No, I was saying, and that's what I was saying. That directly correlates. I see how you connected it because
Yeah, you can see this stuff spiritual, man. I
Yeah,
don't give a damn about
spiritual.
Dion in the Colorado. Got me spiritual with it. Go ahead.
That's right. And that's exactly the type of pride that they walk around with on a day-to-day.
Yeah.
And it explains the racism that we experience.
There you go.
It's because they know we are the children of God and they hate us for it. That's
Give me that in Isaiah 51. He said it makes us feel like we can't do it. We don't like to see it. Why do they not like to see it? Isaiah 51, verse 23.
Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 23. Bring it out. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over.
That's why they don't want us to stand up in no facet, in no realm of anything. They do not want us to be above them because they have told us since they brought us here in chains that we are to bow down our soul. We can't even feel comfortable. We can't even stand up in a place that is built on the First Amendment that says you have the freedom of religion and the freedom of speech. Niggas can't even stand up and they can't get up off the ground and stand up and say, we are the chosen people of God.
Nope.
And one thing too, when they's telling us to bow down, is because the reason why you got to keep somebody down is because you know that you are inferior to them.
There
and
you
the
go.
minute that they rise,
they
take over.
That's it. So Dion and all of them are feeling it in the carnal world. How much more will we feel it here? That's why they are attacking us with all these secret groups and these damn spies, these ADL, the Canaries. We a hate group, and they now the white folks see that they can't do nothing with us. They can't do anything with the Israelites in a understanding sense of the Bible. So what did they do? They sent they good slaves after us. They call them the pathetics. So, have you not seen this? Look at this. Open up your eyes, man. Your eyes are wide shut. When did niggas start being apologetics?
And they call them the black ones.
When the Israelites rose up.
That's right.
Niggas wasn't no apologetics. Where did y'all ever hear that word before 2 years ago? Never heard of the word before. Niggas wasn't no apologetics nowhere on the face of the earth. You was good Baptists.
Cap.
Good Christians. But the Israelites started coming out and the white man tried to battle and said, damn, we can't do nothing with him. Shit, he's exposing who we are. He went to Thessalonians and said that this man sit in the temple of God showing himself that he is God. And then we asked the white man, who did that? No further questions.
Hey, Cap, when the Israelites come on the scene, now black people all of a sudden they speak Greek.
Right.
They
speaking Greek now. Word about that. But the white man couldn't handle us in the scripture spiritually, so they sent their good slaves after us. And that's what Haman, no class, is doing right now. He's gathering up all the good slaves, and they come out and attack us. And we cast their ass down with the word of God, too, because we built for this. We ready for this spiritual war. We ready for it.
That's right.
Now, give me that in Wisdom of Solomon. Watch this. Wisdom of Solomon, and I want chapter 12, and I want verse 10, because we in a post-racial society. Black men are getting head coaching jobs at universities.
Right.
You got head coaches in the NFL. You got NBA players and all of that stuff. But there's still a level of racism in all of those facets. We're going to get into it here, too. In all of those realms, there's still racism at those levels. And those are well-paid supposed to be respected black men because they got money. Money's supposed to be the great equalizer
Right.
when it comes to Esau.
Wow.
But it's not.
Until God send that nigga wake up call.
Read that in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12, and I want you to read verse 10. This is talking about the Egyptians, but the same thing applied for Esau. Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 10. But executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them.
Their hatred is bred in them. God made them that way. Stop trying to make them righteous. Stop trying to make what God made crooked straight.
Right.
You can't do it. He made them that way, just like he made us righteous.
That's right.
We made that way. We have to go outside of our Father's God divine
order,
creation that he made us in order to be evil.
That's right.
We have to go outside of that to do those. They naturally like that. Read on.
And that their cogitation would never be changed.
That's their thoughts. It would never change. Even if you're a head coach that was at a HBCU coaching nothing but niggas, and then you come to a school and you go whatever undefeated in the first few weeks, you still nigga to them. They still don't want you to stand up off of that ground and raise up your soul to be more than what you are, because they want you on the bottom. Just like us, they always wanted us to be Christians. If God never pulled his spirit back in the earth again, there would have never been one white man on the face of the earth to tell black people, you the chosen people of God.
None.
Y'all the Israelites. I read the
That's
book
right.
because we know y'all slaves couldn't read back in the day. We wouldn't let you do it, and we know that you didn't get the understanding thereof, but I read the book and I studied it, and I came to the conclusion that black and Hispanics and Native Indians are the real Israelites. You would have never heard that out of a white man's voice.
So there's no such thing as a good old white man. A good old white Christian man.
Ain't no such thing as a good young white man. Because God said their cogitation would never change. Their malice is bred in them, and the only reason you got good relations with them now is that God makes them that way.
You know how they mind
God
didn't
is
change?
to control all spirits and makes them that way. Go ahead.
You know how they mind didn't change? Affirmative action. What did they do to it? They took it away, letting you know that his mind is still stuck on make America great again. Going back to that good old boys.
You know how else you know that even the Christians, like Cap said, the Christian church will never tell you anything that you're an Israelite, right? Only the Israelite uplift black and Hispanics and Native Americans. Only the Israelites, right? When people try to come to you and say you're not an Israelite, they only want you to go back to what you used to do. That's it. Anybody who tells you, who try to stop you from believing that you're an Israelite, pay attention to them. Once you stop being an Israelite or say I don't follow this stuff no more, they leave you alone. They don't care if you smoke weed. They don't care if you prostitute. They don't care what you do with your body. Only the Israelites uplift black and Hispanics.
Now check this out. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna show you that you would think that being a coach in that world, that should be a little bit more respectability around that, and you wouldn't have to face that and come out and say they don't like a confident black man. But look how they treat their slaves that they are supposed to be behind. Play the video. Watch it.
You're a fucking faggot! You guys are all faggots! Go back to the projects, faggots! Go back to the projects! Faggots! Go back to the projects! Let's go!
Y'all hear that? I don't know who they was playing. Okay, it says Texas and Bama down there. It says the students are yelling, pull it back up, go back to the projects to Texas players.
Damn.
Now look at this. You can drop it now. This is for y'all that never played sports before, the Greek fascists. I ain't gonna call them sport. Greek fascists. I'm gonna tell you this. Edomites only like their own particular slaves that are meant to entertain them. Any other slaves that are outside of them that are meant to entertain them, they tell you go back to the projects. That's how they feel about you in their soul. Because in those games, you don't see faces of black folk filling up
the stadium
Stadiums, nah.
outside of HBCUs,
Mhm.
black colleges. You see white folk face, and they only like their slaves that are meant to entertain them. If you are beating up on their slaves that are meant to entertain them, you can go back to the projects, nigga. And that's how they feel about you. Their cogitation will never change. Play the video one more again. Because you think these people, your eyes are damn wide shut, and you think they love you, but they don't. Play it again. And this is in the sports.
You guys are all faggots. Go back to the projects, faggots. Go back to the projects. Faggots. Go back to the projects. Let's go.
There you go. Hey, and look at this. Did you read the bottom of it? Go back to it. Go back, pull it up the bottom. Look at the bottom. It says disgusting footage from Texas Bama game. Bama students. How would you think? How anybody over here ever went to? You could drop it, y'all. Anybody over here ever went to college before? You know how old you are in college. You know what's your ages?
Yes, from
21.
18 to
19.
24. Let's
So
just
guess
say that.
what? That is the next generation of Edomites still hating niggas.
Yep.
They ain't getting no better. You keep thinking as far as we go along, we progress in society, the more we get Democrat presidents and they give us free Obama phones and care, these white people go, look, that's the next generation of Edomites right there telling niggas go back to the projects. They 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old telling niggas go back to the projects.
That's your doctors. That's your future.
That's your next set of doctors.
That's your senators. And they will never change on the
There
way
you
that they
go.
feel. You know how we know that? Colin Kaepernick, whatever happened to him? Did they ever give him a shot in the league?
Stood up for black people. They won't give it, nigga, another
He
chance.
won a Super Bowl. He went to the pinnacle of sports.
They won't
and
give
came
that
back.
nigga another chance because he stood up for black people.
They don't. Yeah,
He's
they don't
that
want.
one nigga that stood up while they was walking over them and they tripped. They said, nigga,
Who's that nigga? Who that nigga on that neck?
Who
told you to get up?
Who told you to stand up as I walked all over your people? They won't let him back in, y'all.
Hey, Cap, that's Mordecai. Mordecai Heyman.
Yep, there
That's
you
exactly
go.
what it is. And you could look at Kyrie Irving. When he didn't want to back down,
Right.
they said, wait,
Yeah.
that's too much confidence. He got too much confidence in this.
Good point.
They said, nah.
Too much confidence.
Hey,
Yep. They wanted him to grovel.
Yep.
And after he apologized, they said it wasn't sincere
Sincere.
enough.
Nope.
He didn't look sad enough. He wasn't remorseful enough. Man, I'm telling
He
you.
didn't,
Hold on. Let's
he didn't
move
call
on,
me
man.
master.
Let's
All
go
right,
to the
come
next
on.
because okay, that's college. Them young ignorant white Alabama boys. They don't know no better. We all know Alabama white folk is racist. Okay.
That was
Play that. Or pull up that next one. Read that at the top.
Minnesota Vikings Alexander Madison shares fans' racist messages after Eagles loss.
Now go to the next image. Let's go straight to the messages because this is the NFL now. These are grown folk. And this is their slave that didn't do good. Let's see how they thought about it. Read it, the white boxes and the black.
From George Finney. Shake my effing head. This is not okay. Y'all might wonder why I post this. Peep the next one first.
Hey, nigga.
Hey, nigga.
Hey, nigga, do you know how to hold onto a gun and pull the trigger? I mean, give it a try, because you clearly can't hold onto a football, which is why your professional
Well,
career...
they don't say why.
Which is your professional career, so try something new, please.
Damn.
Commit suicide.
That's their slave.
He said same thing. Go back to the
To a
hood.
football, then you can't. You know how to hold a
on to a
gun
gun.
and pull the trigger. Why can't you hold on to a football? That man is college-educated NFL running back making millions of dollars, and they still equated him as a what?
Nigga.
A gangster nigga.
Bueno, wait.
He's a gangster nigga.
He not that 9 to 5 nigga. He's
not
a
a-
gangster.
He's a gangster nigga.
You know how to hold on to a gun, so hey,
Damn.
hold on to a football.
Go to the next one.
Y'all can come at me all you want about fantasy and quote-unquote you suck,
Fantasy
blah, blah, blah.
Fantasy football, it's big, real big in the sport world. Go ahead.
I really could care less. But this ish is unacceptable. Shake my effing head. I hope the 60 plus people who decided
How many?
60 plus people who decided to come at me with disgustingly disrespectful messages.
Stop it right there. He only showed two of the 60 white folk. That's it. I don't even know what it's like. Was this Instagram or something? I guess
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
60
Plus.
Minnesota. This is his team. That's their
the
slave.
The city, yeah. Damn.
He didn't do good enough.
60 plus. Keep reading.
People who decided to come at me with disgustingly disrespectful messages tonight in DMs and comments really reflect on WTF you say and how it could truly affect someone. Under my helmet, I am a human, a father, a son. This is sick.
They don't give a damn.
You know what he just did right there? The same thing that we did back then when we were protesting. Walking around with a damn sign that says, I am a man. Why you gotta say that?
I'm a human.
I'm a human. I'm a father. Like, okay, why you gotta say that?
That's heavy
He
right
basically,
there.
you know what he's doing? He's like, listen, this is just a game.
Yeah.
This is
what
just a
he's
game.
telling
I'm a human.
Hey.
We got people. I'm a father. I'm a son.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a son.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
you know what that remind me of? That's like, you know, when you have a job, you can have a bad day at work.
Yeah.
With them, because they niggas, they can't have bad days at work. This is what you was trained up to do.
Like, no.
You can't have any bad days.
He affected their money. You gotta understand. That whole sport world, they're betting on
Yeah,
him.
they
Yeah.
putting betting on
Betting
you.
on niggas.
Yeah.
Betting on slaves.
Let's see what they say.
Nothing
Go
new
back
under
to
the
it.
sun, y'all.
You stupid effing coon. Learn how to hold onto the ball. You get paid millions and can't do ish. This team is 2-0 with Dalvin Cook. Move your black ass back to Boise and start selling cars or some ish. You slow, useless nigga.
Damn.
Go back to selling cars.
Ah,
in
man.
Boise. Car salesman.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
He's off his
Dedicated.
meds. That Edomite right there is off his meds. His true nature.
Oh, yeah. He
It's
didn't
true.
mean that. Read the next part.
If you decide that's not for you,
If you don't want to go back and sell cars like a car salesman, nigga, used car salesman, go ahead.
kill yourself.
Damn. Go ahead.
God knows your black ass dumber than ish, so you can't do anything with common knowledge.
That's your friendly neighborhood white man.
Woo.
That's an NFL running back getting paid, as he acknowledged, millions of dollars.
Mhm.
But he failed to entertain his owners.
Boy, ain't no
And they
way,
let him
boy.
know how he feel.
And you know, this is even worse because when you send out a text, you gotta think about what you
yeah.
gotta write. It gotta be
That took
thoughtful.
time.
You gotta pick
That came from
words
within.
like that came from
He didn't slip
deep
it
down
so
within his
basically,
soul.
He did not slip at the tongue.
That
Nah,
was no
he didn't.
slipping
That
at
was
the tongue.
intentional.
Yep.
Intentional.
Ezekiel 35:5.
Bring
man.
it out, Cal.
That's intentional. And we're still begging for these people to love us. To hell with them. Love your own people, like
Right.
the law of God saying. See how much better you do with your mental health as a people. Read that for them.
Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
That's all I wanted. The perpetual hatred. You cannot escape that. Whether we working in damn warehouses 9 to 5, whether you are a college football player, an NFL player, you cannot escape the perpetual hatred that God has placed in them towards you. You can't do it. Now watch this. You think it might get better. Well, that's an ignorant fan, right? They dumb. They work regular jobs. They don't have no money. Pull up the next image. Watch this. Read it.
If the black players don't like it here, they should go back to Africa and see how bad it is.
Now, who was that said it? Read the bottom of that.
Bills owner.
Who is
The
it?
Bills owner.
That's supposed to be a respectable, well-educated, wealthy white man.
Damn.
There's a billionaire. He should have more sense than the regular 9 to 5 backwoods trailer trash hick, shouldn't he?
Going with the
Nah,
60s.
he feel the same
Hey,
damn way.
There you go, Cal. It shows you that all of them think the same. Can I get a scripture?
Yep, bring it out.
Hey, give me Psalms 140 and read verse 1.
Psalms 140 read verse 1.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. He told him, take it back to Africa. So before you pull that script, so remember, Donald Sterling did it with the Clippers.
Right.
I feed them, I give them house, I clothe them. That was in a white man in basketball. So it ain't changed with a white man in football either.
To them, this is a plantation.
The young,
to them, this is
the
a plantation.
old,
don't matter.
Professional,
go ahead, pull your script,
common,
man.
don't matter. Watch this. God gonna tell you what's in their mind. Go ahead, read that.
Psalm chapter 140 and verse 1. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
That's the evil man.
There you go.
The evil man on the earth, if y'all don't know, is the so-called white man, Edom. He is the evil man that God is speaking of.
Preserve me from the violent man.
Same man. Go ahead.
Which imagine mischiefs in their heart.
Where do he imagine it?
Imagine mischiefs in their heart.
That's what's in their mind. That's what God is telling you. He told you through the spirit of the prophets, and now he's revealing it to you on earth. Finish that.
Continually are they gathered together for war.
For what?
For war.
For what?
For war.
That's what we want. This is a war.
Yep,
Our people are at rest, and they are not realizing that God is preparing us for war.
That white man's at war.
Yeah, he's at war against us.
Keep reading though, because this is what we see happening. Verse 3.
They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips.
You know what that means? They ain't got nothing good to say about you behind closed doors.
Wicked ass.
Nah, the only reason this stuff comes out is because God reveals the evil to him, so you can open up your damn eyes that are wide shut.
Damn.
Get that in Matthew.
And that scripture that we just read, right? God just described them as a serpent. That's why you can It's like the scripture said, who will pity a charmer who get bit by a serpent?
Right.
Like you see that kind of stuff, you're around them, and then when they do that kind of stuff against you, you're like, oh snap, I'm surprised. Like I don't understand. No, we're not gonna pity a charmer. You wanna charm the snake? You wanna play around with the snake? Get bit, don't be surprised.
That was surprised.
I got white friends.
Give me that in what I want. Matthew what? Preached on the housetops, revealed. Nothing hidden shall be revealed. Everything hidden shall be revealed. Where we at? Let me see here. Cries out the answer, send her away.
Luke 8:17.
Oh, it's in Luke. Okay, go ahead.
The book of Luke, chapter 8 and verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
There you go. Everything that they try to hide from even back then, even our history of who we are as a people. God said, Christ said that secret stuff, he gonna make it known to us so that we can open up our spiritual eyes and realize we behind enemy lines, and it's time for us to return to God because he's the only one that can protect us behind enemy lines. We ain't got no weapons. We ain't got no army. We ain't got nothing. It truly is the grace of God that we are still alive today.
Right.
That's it, because their cogitation ain't changed. Their mental, the way they think about us ain't changed. They only tolerate us when we entertain them. And when we don't entertain them, you see what they say. Or when you complain about what they are giving you as a slave, you see where their true colors come out, their true spirit that is within them. Go to that other video called, you might think it's college, you might think it's the NFL, but let's see how far down the rabbit hole it really goes. Go ahead.
What the fuck now? You got me fucked up. Do something. Get the fuck up and do something. I'll blow your motherfucking life to fucking shambles. You got me fucked up.
Shut the door, bro.
Pussy ass bitch. Real motherfucking talk. You want to be a gangster? Let's do some gangster shit.
You want to be gangster?
Let's go. I want to blow your shit out so motherfucking bad, you pussy bitch.
Wow.
Damn. What
Cut
he
that,
doing all
man.
that for?
Who knows?
Wayne, no
who
wait.
cares?
Wayne, no wait,
football
boy.
coach suspends himself. So that means that
Before his judgment.
nobody was going to do that.
He already
I
seen
got to
the
do
smoke.
something because this got out. I'll suspend myself before y'all fire me.
Yeah.
Cap, that's what they told him. Hey, the video's about to come out, so this is what you got to do to show face to the public. Suspend yourself, so that way we don't
Show
have to.
face.
And then XYZ.
Go back to it, man.
He just suspended himself.
This is
So
the,
that's
this
a
is the
report.
sports world where there's supposed to be no racism in sport. Because in the sports world, everybody's supposed to be brothers.
Right.
On the football field, we all brothers. We won. We are a team. Unity.
As long as you win.
That's what they preach.
Yeah.
As long as you win.
But this is how they really feel. Go ahead.
Pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch. You my bitch.
Wow.
Go call your mom and tell her that. Come
He
on.
went prison mode.
Get the fuck up. I'll rock your ass to sleep.
Look at that. Pause
You
it.
got-
And look at this. This is how you know that we are well-trained slaves in this captivity.
Bring it out. Bring it out, Cap.
Him is all young, strong-ass black men around him.
Right.
Young and strong. And they can whoop his ass together.
Right.
And nobody flinched.
Just nobody moved.
Nobody moved. That boy sitting down behind him with that basketball, I guarantee you he stand up, he taller and bigger than him.
Yep.
But they afraid. That fear has been instilled in them by their parents, who got it from their grandparents. Don't you touch no white people.
Don't touch
You
that
know
white
what's
man.
gonna happen.
You never know what'll happen to you.
Cap, I get one.
Hell, they saw that was a case. It's a room full of black people with one black man.
We gotta move on.
Go ahead.
Quick, Cap. Quick.
Go ahead,
Leviticus
go ahead.
26, read verse 36.
Bring it out.
This is what Cap was talking about. Go with that. Read that.
Four corner.
Come on, quick draw.
Where truth.
That's crazy.
Wolverhampton.
We're snorting coke. Go ahead.
26 and 36.
Leviticus chapter, you said verse
26.
And that lets you know how much power that we have now. Where we gotta, instead of just standing up for your brother, you gotta put it on social media for people to be able to see that what they doing is wicked.
Power. Go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he had to record. Go read that.
Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 36. And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness into their hearts.
A what?
A faintness into their hearts.
That's what Cap was describing.
it.
That faintness, that fear. Go ahead.
In the lands of their enemies, and the sound of a shaken leaf shall chase them. And they shall flee as fleeing from a sword, and they shall fall when none pursueth.
That's the curse that God put upon our people. Yeah. Just one man. Just the same way how when you had a handful of slave masters that can get 300, 400 taskmasters that can get 300-400 men, broadly big black men on a ship and stick them in there like sardines.
Yep.
It had to been the spirit of God, the spirit of fear that God put on them.
Man, it's crazy, and it's not just in the athletic world. It's even if you got good jobs in the suburbs. Pull up that next article. Look what happened.
From Newsbreak. Woman hung racist dolls on black neighbor's fence to try to get them to move.
Now, I want you to understand this. That's a white woman that did that. It's for all y'all that only think the white man is evil. The woman is right there along with them. The woman hung racist dolls on a black neighbor's fence to try to get them to move. Even in society, you ain't safe from these people. Now, you know, that reminded me of that movie called Them.
That was a good one.
Pull up that clip.
Yeah, that was good.
Pull it up, man.
Had some butter in it.
Go ahead.
Heard them folks in Compton straight up evil, man.
Look at that.
Fuck that. Heard them folks in Compton straight up evil, man.
That's it. Stop it. There you go. Pull it back. Leave it up there.
Put the picture.
That's it.
Right there.
That's a TV show that was represented from the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. We in what? 2023? Post-racial society. We had a black president, and Jeezy got a Lambo that was blue. Deion Sanders is the head coach of a program that was in the damn grave, and he risen them up out of it, gave them some notoriety, and white folks is still putting dolls on black folks' houses to get them to move.
You know what that shows you? Like, out of how much money you could bring them, they don't care about that. They don't give a damn about that. What really bothers them is when you start looking at yourself better than what they made you to think. That's the biggest problem right there.
Right.
That is it. Give me that in John 8:32 real quick.
Bring it out, Cap.
John chapter 8, verse 32. Read that.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And he shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's what all of this is for. This is what God's doing. He's revealing the truths of the people that you are surrounded by, so you will no longer be comfortable in your captivity. We gotta wake the hell up, understand we are behind enemy lines, and do what? Gather ourselves together as a nation that is not desired.
Yep.
Obviously, we're not desired as a people. We got to gather ourselves together in the word of God, repent, and endure behind enemy lines until the number is reached. And God gives Jesus the Christ the command, it is finished. Go and gather my sons and daughters from the east and the west and the north and the south.
That's right.
All right. Hey, so stay tuned with us. We'll be right back after this commercial break here on
Four Corners News.
I know I ain't perfect. I may struggle on small things here and now. Lost and worth it. Don't wanna fall away too far from your grace. Sitting all alone, I'm begging, hoping somebody help me. Whatever I gotta do. Today I pray this 'cause I did you wrong. I know I did you wrong. And I will always get much better. Sinning lesser. Lord, I did you wrong, and no more doing wrong. Oh Lord, please give me a chance to come back to you. And if I fall, you fall, we fall. And if I fall, I'm gonna get back up again, get back up again. And if we fall, I fall, you fall, we fall. And if we fall, I'm gonna get back up again, get back up again.
Yo, you know I'm working. Hey, working on my faith, yeah. Working on my faith, yeah. Hey, I know I can take it. 'Cause I'm strong in the Lord and you the one overcame, yeah, yeah, yeah. If I abide in you, you abide in me. Bear the fruit, you know I'm the vine. You can be a tree. Keep the law, even if you fall. Keep your eye on me. Fear the Lord in everything you do, remember, 'cause you did me wrong. I know you did me wrong, but I know you can do better. So much better. 'Cause you did me wrong. I know you did me wrong, but I'ma give you a chance to come back to me. So you sing it.
And if I fall, you fall, we fall. And if I fall, I'm gonna get back up again, get back up again. And if we fall, I fall, you fall, we fall. And if we fall, I'm gonna get back up again, get back up again. And if I fall, you fall, we fall. And if I fall, I'm gonna get back up again. And if we fall, I fall, you fall, we fall. And if we fall, I'm gonna get back up again, get back up again.
We about to turn the world upside down. 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 Upside.
Welcome back to
Four Corners News.
That's right, where the truth speaks. I am Captain Zakar. To my left,
Officer Daniel.
and to his left,
Officer Azaniah.
and to his left,
Officer Pat GL.
and we make up
Four Corners News.
Let's get into it, man. Pull up that article of what's going on internationally. Read that for us.
21 countries officially agreed to ditch the U.S. dollar in 2023.
Now, that's heavy right there, man. That is not something to be taken lightly. 21 countries. The whole world revolves around the U.S. dollar, man.
Yeah.
Right.
It give me that in Revelation. Give me that in Revelation, man. Because this is how you know the whole world revolves around that U.S. dollar, right? Revelation chapter 18. And I want you to read verse 11 and on down.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 11. And the merchants of the earth.
Verse 3.
Verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
That fornication means that they have went into business. They've gotten in bed with America. Read on. And it's going to say how they got into bed with America, which is Babylon the Great. Read.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
They signed deals, made agreements. Read.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich.
The what?
Waxed rich.
The corporations of the earth have waxed rich by being in bed with America. Read.
Through the abundance of her delicacies.
Now I want you to read verse 12 and 13 to show what the delicacies of Babylon the Great, known as America, how everyone got rich off of her delicacies. Read that verse 12.
Verse 12. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls.
So you're reading all of the delicacies that all the world got, the diamonds and all that stuff's coming in the pearls. That's in Africa, right?
Right.
They are raping the land. They raping Haiti for these things. Read.
And fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble, and cinnamon and odors and ointments, and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour, and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
There you go. Those are the delicacies that all the nations, they went into bed and made agreements with Babylon the Great, and they waxed rich off of that thing. So now, in these days now, these same countries that got rich by being in bed with America, they done got out of bed with America and left her there like she a $2 whore.
Damn.
That's what it's saying. Go back to it. Read it again. The top part. Read it.
21 countries officially agreed to ditch the U.S. dollar in 2023.
That means that they do not want to get rich with her anymore.
Right.
They don't want to commit fornication with her anymore. They don't want any dealings with her anymore. Now, play that next video. I don't know where y'all got main topic from. Play the video.
We have decided to invite the Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia,
big money right there,
and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS. The membership will take effect from the 1st of January 2024.
Stop right there, man. Are your spiritual eyes open? Are y'all seeing what we seeing? What the bishops and the deacons are seeing? Good. What you gonna say, officer?
Cap, I said, because a lot of times people, our people that don't really research or study, they don't know what this means, right?
But I actually looked it up, and I just looked up BRICS nation, right? And it says that the BRICS nation encompasses about 27% of the world's land surface, right? And then it says, and 42% of the global population. And that's just the original nations that formed BRICS. So now, if they're 42% of the population on the earth, and now they're adding 6 more countries.
Large countries.
Right, large countries. We're talking about these groups of countries are making their move to be the next world power.
Yeah.
Now, America took how you said about the dollar. The dollar was established as the world's currency,
right,
by force.
Yes, by force.
By force. By America.
You're cooking. You're cooking. You're cooking. Your eyes are beginning to open,
think about
officer.
that, man.
Your eyes are opening. Now, you know, cause we're gonna come back to that point. Now, you know, black folk, you know, we the salt of the earth. Y'all know we learn things. How do black folk learn things?
Music.
Oh, music. We learn through song.
Right.
We sure the hell don't learn sitting down reading books. That's why church, that's why, you know, God in the world and salvation, you learn that stuff from hymns, from the choir. You didn't learn that from reading. You know, black folk, we done got hold of BRICS. So they put it in a song form so we can understand what's going on.
You talk about the physical BRICS that Lemuel be talking about?
No. Go ahead, play that.
BRICS. Brazil BRICS. Russian BRICS. The Indian BRICS. Chinese BRICS. Stop.
What? Check.
I don't want peace.
Check 1, 2.
I want problems always.
Man. Check. Come on, man. Who
All right,
the hell's over there in the tech room, man? Run it back. Let's play it.
BRICS. Brazil BRICS. Russian BRICS. The Indian BRICS. Chinese BRICS. South Africa BRICS. They ain't talking Gucci man, but they've been talking BRICS. So these 5 countries came together with the intent to make America's dollar equivalent to 0 cent. If that happened, even wealthy people won't even be rich, cause everything we've ever known quadruples in the expense. Picture this, for 1 BRICS dollar, America needs 55. Woo. Which means they gonna overcharge for all of their supplies. If Jordan's made in China, price range by different size. You will have to multiply that price range by 55. Do the math. 300 times 55 equals more people struggling to survive.
We got bars.
Equals more robberies, crime super high. Equals more people in danger, more people die. The power of the American dollar is at stake, cause they want to dethrone our dollar till it deflates. Which means everything you buy or own will inflate. So the lifestyles we've grown to know will erase. Baby, educate yourself, come up with a plan. Find a couple friends and all of y'all pitching for some land. Learn to plant, learn to be a natural human once again. Because wherever BRICS begin, America wealth could end.
Okay. So, you know, she was flowing.
Bars.
Not bricks,
I know-
but bars.
Not bars, but bricks.
I know y'all probably
not
feeling
bricks,
that,
but
right?
bars.
Now check this out though. See, this is the thing. Give me that in 2nd Ezra,
Bring it out.
chapter 16.
Yep.
That's it.
2nd Ezra, chapter 16, and I want you to read verse 18. This is what we got to open up our eyes to. Read that.
2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Now you see, this is the prophet Ezra's eyes was open. When he saw this in a vision, he understood that the evils were to come. That's why you see, as you was mentioning, Officer Daniel, 42% of the world's population, 27% of the land, 27 countries, and some of the countries that America has committed fornication with on a regular basis, like China, Russia,
Right.
Saudi Arabia with the oil. They have abandoned America, Babylon the Great, and said, we don't want no more dealings with you. That right there is the beginning of evils. Keep reading. Verse 19. What happens in that, what we see, the departing and the dollar of, what they say, for $1 of bricks, you're going to need $55. Now you can correlate why inflation
is happening
here in Babylon has went through the roof.
Right.
And
Go
Cap,
ahead.
one thing
And
too.
double.
That's why they trying to go into a digital currency market.
There you go, so they can control.
They can control it because what they're trying to do, what these nations are trying to do, they're trying to destabilize the U.S. Currency because the currency is backed by what? Their military.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you see the increase in like electric vehicles and stuff like that. Because you got to keep in mind, a lot of those countries that is departing from America and siding with BRICS, a lot of those was the main countries manufacturing oil, manufacturing gas.
Yeah.
And America is losing connection with those companies.
Good
so
point.
now they're making transitions so they can stabilize the country that's destabilizing.
Now look at this. It's the beginning of sorrows, and we see it with the beginning of sorrows. Look what happens in the process of time of all these countries separating, coming out of fornication, getting out of bed with Babylon. Verse 19.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
All of those things are coming, and we see those on small levels. That's why the damn the store shelves in Walmart, whenever sign of trouble come, they empty.
Gone.
The price of food going up, right?
Rent,
gas
living.
going up. All of those things, they still affordable where you can squeak by. Right, that extra money you used to have to buy cigarettes and liquor, and them Jordans, you ain't got it like you used to, right? But look what happens with if your eyes are still shut with all of that happening. Read verse 21.
Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Read verse 20.
Verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness.
You're going to see evils are going to increase, and they still won't turn from their wickedness. Read.
Nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Because their eyes are closed. They open, but they shut at the same time. Spiritual eyes are shut. They don't see the significance in what is happening with BRICS adding 6-7 more countries now, up to 27. Go back to the that one video of the president, and let's see the countries they name. One more again for the people.
Brown nations.
Brown nations, yeah.
We have decided to invite the Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS. The membership will take effect from the 1st of January 2024.
They're not playing, man. Not playing. Go to the next image. Go ahead, officer.
You know about that song that sister was saying, right? When she said when the dollar becomes worthless, that means more crimes in the street, more of this, more of that, right? That's exactly what Ezra was prophesying about in 2nd Ezra 16, read verse 70.
2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 70. Read it out. For they shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection.
That's it.
Upon those that fear the Lord.
Read, let's see what they're going to be doing.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
You see that? This is going to happen. The bishops, the deacons, they've been teaching about that stuff.
It's verse 72, though. Read 72.
72.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
You see that? Because they won't be able to afford eggs anymore. They won't be able to afford bread. So they're going to come and take it.
They won't be able to afford a roof over their house on their head. They're going to take you out of yours, man.
Yep.
That's it right there. Now, go to that next image. Watch this.
It said meat at the Whole Food store.
You better open up your eyes, folks. Read that for them.
Assad's China visit to push ties to new level.
Boy, they ain't playing. Go ahead.
China expressed on Thursday that the visit of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad this week would elevate their bilateral relations to a new level.
Y'all better wake up, man.
They having meetings.
That's Obadiah 1 right there.
It's getting close, man. I'm telling you. Give me that next one real quick, that next article, and then we're gonna pull this script. Go ahead, read that. Look at that.
From RT, English language booted from press conference in China.
They not playing. They not playing with Babylon the Great no more, man.
Hey, even Nigeria, they booted out French, like some of those countries. French.
Also, what's that? Faso? What's it? Burkina Faso?
Yeah, Burkina, something like that. Yeah. They say, listen, we don't want to hear this French language from NATO here anymore.
Nah, you gotta
get that stuff out of
here.
here.
You gotta say it right. They don't want that bastard language.
Let me tell you something.
And damn.
They don't want it there, man. Give me that. And look, this is what it is. That's happening before our eyes. They don't want they language. Don't speak the damn bastard tongue of English in this place.
None of that.
They are meeting with the Syrian. This is what you don't see is that all of that east that ain't under America's control, God is doing what?
Uniting them.
Uniting them, bringing them together on what one thing that unites all covetous people? Money.
Damn.
They all gathering together for the benefit of money. Give me that in Joel chapter 3. And I want you to read verse 9 and 11.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 9.
Read 11, go ahead.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war.
Prepare war. That's what you see right there. All of those nations coming together for monetary values, man. If you think that is only purely just because of money, you got another thing coming. They're coming together because they know that them together, they are stronger and that they can overthrow America when the time comes. Because what they're going to do, everybody's going to get rich. That is together. Just like they got into bed and committed fornication with Babylon the Great, and they waxed rich and got wealthy and built up countries off the backs of us as slaves. They're going to come together. They're going to spread that pool of money they got. Everybody going to get some damn nuclear bombs. Iran, you want one?
Iran,
oh, we got
you.
for you.
Yep.
Yeah. You Saudi Arabia, you want something? Yep, we've been waiting on you to ask for some. We'll fund them for you. All of them go get some nuclear bombs, even those that ain't got it now. And God said, prepare war. Keep reading.
Wake up, the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Now jump down to verse 14.
Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
That's what we see happening right before our eyes, y'all. God is preparing the valley of decision, which is Megiddo over there. He is preparing for it to be soaked in blood.
In other words, God is saying this is chess and not checkers.
Right.
And because you know what they was doing to us. They was warring against us. In the midst of God's people sleeping and waking up, He's preparing war.
And the crazy thing is also, listen, don't be asleep here. Just because you see America not saying nothing, don't think they're just going to let that stuff slide. Good point. No. When they see that they're being affected, they're going down. The same thing they did to Gaddafi, where they went and killed him. They're not going to take that lightly. They're going to go over there and start war. And all praises to the Most High.
You got to, just how you was mentioning.
That's right.
No, I said just how you was mentioning to prove to your point. The Lord described the man as his words were smoother than butter. But war was in his heart. That's what going to his point.
Good point, man. Give me that next video, man, about what you was bringing out about how it's gonna get hard and running into houses and stuff. Play that video, man. Look at this. Check this out.
Pretty great to have you on. So how bad is it out there for young people, first home buyers, let's say from today, comparing it to, let's say, November 2019? Then we can go back even further.
Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect time to start because in 2019, the average home in America was $260,000 and the interest rates were 4%. So your monthly payment out the door with taxes and insurances was around $1,700. So you could make about $60,000 a year and qualify for a home back in 2019. That same home today is going for $436,000, but the interest rates are 7.5%. So that monthly payment is jumping to $3,700. So you need to make today, yourself or you and a spouse, $115,000 in a salary with zero debt to have a shot at affording the average home in America today. And if you have debt, cars, credit cards, it's even more, $140,000, $150,000. So it's priced out a lot of Americans just over the past 4 years.
God said, here's COVID, I'm about to mess everything up. Right after 2020, right after COVID, everything started going down, man.
Oh, y'all niggas is over there comfortable in captivity, right? Okay. Sprinkle a little inflation on them, angels. Yeah, make that stuff double than what it was just 4 years ago.
Wow.
Now they got to even make even more money. Now they just can't have warehouse jobs and stuff. No, your ass better be highly educated. And you bet not have no college debt, or it's over.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. How you strive to try to get to where you was back in 2019. It was actually something. The position that you can get now. But that position today is no different than working at a doggone grocery store.
Yeah,
it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, everything up 7%, and you're only getting like
went up except for the pay.
A 1% raise.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Ecclesiastes 12:3, man. And I know a lot of y'all done felt that pressure right there, man. You done went and the bank said, nope, not you, Nick. No. You don't come here.
He looked at your last name.
Get out. Compton, somebody said Compton went over 500,000.
Damn. That's in the hood, though. That's
in
a
the
house.
hood. What in the hell? A house in the hood called
500,000.
House,
where you gotta risk your life. Bullets. Negroes.
Might as well go just live on Skid Row. No,
So
never mind.
to live in the hood-
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just
To live in the hood, you gotta have a
Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 3, man. Let's read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall...
Hold on, jump up to verse 1.
Yes, sir. Verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
They on their way. The evil days, because they on their way, though. The real evil days is on its way. Read.
Nor the years draw nigh. When thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
When it's just too hard out here. You don't even want to live no more. It's so hard. I have no pleasure in life. Jump down to verse 3.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease.
And the what?
The grinders cease.
And the grinding cease. That means the work. The grinders cease. Read.
Because they are few.
The job ain't no more jobs around here. Just got to hold on to what you got now. Read.
And those that look out of the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. When the sound of the grinding is low.
When the sound of the grinding is low. It's a whole lot of unemployed people. That's what it's saying. Read.
And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Ain't gonna be no more singing. Ain't gonna be no more in the clubs. No, ain't gonna be all of that stuff. You're gonna be just trying to survive. You ain't gonna have no daggone extra money to go trick off. No, you're gonna have to save that money just to make ends meet. From week to week, it's gonna get so bad out here. Go to that next one here, because the sisters, we gotta get y'all real quick, man. It's just this is amazing. Go ahead.
It broke my heart to sit across from a 22-year-old who sleeps with 10 men a night. And her answer is, well, I make money.
I'm 22 years old and I'm a full-time sex worker, meaning a legal
full-time sex worker.
My passion is social media management, and then I do OnlyFans as well.
I'm an intimacy coach. I am a legal sex worker, and I am an OnlyFans content creator.
He's like, oh my gosh, maybe I do want you to like eat my ass, and I kind of want you to peg me. Like I kind of want a penetration from you because you're my wife and you're so beautiful and hot. How would you feel if we could just try this out just this one time, babe? What are you gonna do? Divorce him, or what are you gonna do? Realistically, I'm asking you. I'm asking.
I am fascinated by hoes. I'll say it.
I'm absolutely fascinated by the way the hoe mind works, the way the hoe hive works. Wow. I'm fascinated. And that's when Emma gets up and does a video and says something like, it's chic to be divorced before you're 30. It is absolutely fascinating to see how someone's mind can be so warped. You're 22 years old and you look like you're possessed by a demon because you are. Yeah. Right? Our culture is demonic. I just tell people what the facts are. You can choose this lifestyle. And here is where you are 99.9% likely to lead in your life, right? You are probably not destined for marriage. You're probably not destined for a stable relationship. Men are going to not want this long term. You can say it 1,000 times. You can have 1,000 cultural examples, and women's still got to go out there and be hoes, because they're about their money and about a Cardi B song.
And the cut faces, man.
Now check this out, man.
Sheesh.
We see that thing because that's a bunch of Edomites, man. They have on that OnlyFans and they sex workers. That's no talent for a woman to use her body to make money. There's no talent at all in you at all. That's not, you're not talented doing those things, right? I want you to read Deuteronomy chapter 32, and I want you to read verse 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 5.
Yeah.
They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation.
That's what we have come to be, because when you see Esau, those white people that you saw, they are profane people, right? They are fornicators and profane people. They have always violated their bodies since the days of the Greeks, when they had orgies, and the Romans, and they was having sex with little boys. They have always violated their body.
It's their culture.
It's in their culture. It's in their nature, in their makeup to do those things. We're not supposed to be like that. But what do we find in today with that freedom that's been given to black women? Do you think that they see them white women and be like, man, them some nasty hoes? We not like that. We upright and honorable. You do not find that amongst our sisters. Play the next video. Look at this.
I don't like hoe because if one thing me and my partners did, we came to hoe and go. If you just going and not hoeing, hey baby, you might need to wait for the church retreat. You might not need to come on this trip.
No, you ain't gotta hoe. Everybody do what they want to do. I'm pro-choice.
No, because when you're not pro-hoe, you're anti-hoe. I'm sorry. If you're not pro-hoe, you're anti. And you are not welcome up in here. We are supporters of sluts, whores, dick suckers, and all things above. Okay, we are pro everything up in this motherfucker.
That's God. No, was this a Godzilla
dumb
nigga?
as hell.
Hey, if you hang around with 4 hoes, you're the fifth one.
You're the fifth.
You are not. You not righteous at all. You doing some whole activities, man.
Be gone!
Gosh.
The next thing you know, when they finally find the right one, now they want to take relationship serious. They start talking about, my body count don't matter.
Give me that in Ezekiel 23:37. Look what God says. We're not supposed to be like that, sister.
Man.
And you wonder why your reputation as black women is destroyed in the earth? It's because of sisters like that are speaking for all of you that don't have a mic.
Yep.
Read that.
Ezekiel what, sir?
23:37.
Ezekiel chapter 23 and verse 37.
Bring it out.
They have committed adultery, and blood is in their hands. And with their idols have they committed adultery, and have also caused their sons, whom they bear unto me, to pass for them through the fire to devour them.
That's called abortion, right? That's what it's called. Lost in Lies, what came on before us, that was on writing on the wall. They went into how many abortions black women done committed since 1973. 20 million of them. Killing them. That's not even including the Plan B and the damn drinking whatever pills that they done took. Read on.
Moreover, this they have done unto me. They have defiled my sanctuary in the same day, and have profaned my Sabbaths.
Now, this is what happens. This is what hoes do. And they find themselves in the Christian church. Read the next verse.
For when they had slain their children to their idols, then they came the same day into my sanctuary to profane it.
They go on whole trips and hoe out and then come back and go to church.
And say they got the Holy Ghost.
And got the Holy Ghost.
The
Facts.
Holy
The
Ghost.
Holy
Holy mamas.
The holy.
Play that next video, man. Sister, y'all gotta wake up, man. Y'all out here got bad reps, man. Bad reps.
Woo.
Play that next video. I don't know what that is. Go ahead.
Put up this wall, and if you're not going to climb it, then you need to stay on the other side of it. I'm going to speak and say how I feel. This submission stuff with Fantasia, I'm not submitting to nothing but my bag and my kids and my career. I will submit. There is no submission without a mission. There has to be a mission. These men don't have mission.
No submission.
Let me tell you something. 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 And you wonder why your ass is single.
Put up this wall, and if you're not going to climb it, then you need to stay on the other side of it. I'm going to speak and say how I feel. This submission stuff with Fantasia, I'm not submitting to nothing but my bag and my kids and my career. I will submit. There is no submission without a mission. There has to be a mission. These men don't have mission.
Same.
If you think you lonely now, wait until tonight.
Listen, the Most High said terrible times are coming.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. I'm going to laugh at your calamities.
She going to have her bag and her career.
Hey, all praises.
And her kids. But
Listen, people like that, man, no saving them.
Now, check this out. It was an older lady that ain't from this generation zombie. She had a little bit of sense. She tried to speak some into you women. Play that next one. Listen up.
Okay, here's the myth. You're not going to like it, but here's the myth. God is preparing a man for you. Incorrect. Biblically speaking, the Bible says that God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. I'm going to let you sit on that for a couple seconds.
That Bible.
God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. So the one God is preparing is you. You have to understand that God prepares you as a woman to come into the life of a man, to be a helpmate, to bring value into his life, to be able to allow him and encourage him to do what God has destined for him to do. But as a woman that is unprepared, what happens is instead of allowing the man to do what God has called him to do, you make it all about you. And you want the man to make you his God. It was never planned that way. As a woman, you need to align with your man, and both of you need to serve God, because that is what God ordained, for man and woman to join together and serve God.
That's right.
That Bible.
That's Bible right there.
That Bible.
Let's prove this. Sirach 26, verse 23.
Bring it out.
Sisters, you got your mindset got to change. God ain't prepared no man. He's preparing you for that man. Read that.
Sirach chapter 26 in verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
So even if the man is wicked, God preparing you to be wicked with that wicked man.
Damn.
Read.
But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
You're given to that man. You are being prepared for that man. That's why you're coming into. We getting your mind right. You got to change the way you dress. You got to change the way you think. And you need to sit down somewhere for a year or two until your mind, till your spirit really change. Because what happens is a lot of you put on the costume. You'll put on your costume and you'll appear righteous, but your spirit ain't changed. And then when you get to talking to a godly man, you're like, she ain't for me. She called me daddy after my first time on the show.
Damn.
Trying to see if you're a simp.
You gotta get that.
Like that, try to turn you into a piece of bread. Don't even realize it.
You gotta repent from the hoism.
Got to. But they're getting prepared. So sisters, change your mind to understand the man is the prize.
That's right.
And we need you brothers
You gotta stand up.
to understand that too. That you are the prize. Don't be out here simping.
I got a new saying. Because there's a simpedemic, there's a wholeflation.
Damn. He thought about that. He marinated.
Because we need to add made out of this? Read it again. Say it again.
Because there's a sympedemic.
It's a sympedemic.
So there's a wholeflation.
There's a wholeflation out here.
Damn.
Again. Damn. You're right about that. All right, man. That's our show for today, man. Right here on Four Corners News. Thank you for tuning in, man. Right up after us, precept upon precept. Captain Shin off the back hill. Down there in New Orleans, man. Make sure you tune in with them, man. Also, make sure you donate to the Booster Club, man, at IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org. All right. And also, you can go to getbeardgains.com. Getbeardgains.com, right? We got some new stuff for you to bring out, man. Get it right, man. And with that, Israel, we say shalom. Shalom.
It's going down, down, down. It's going down.